Hello, this is Skibby. Today I'm going over my birthday present to myself. This is the MKM Campo 8, I believe. This is a Blade HQ exclusive in red burlap micarta. Which that's just gorgeous right there. That's just gorgeous. I brought in a couple of Victorinoxes to compare it to. This is the larger. This is a Huntsman. This is my Huntsman. If you follow my channel, you know I love this thing. And as you can see, the Campo is slightly bigger and slightly thicker, while still being a 4-layer. So far, there's Crunchy, just crashing everything, his little butt. I'm kind of torn on this. I do really like it, but there's also quirks about it that I maybe don't like so much. I've only had this week and a half, so hasn't really been used terribly much. But there's some things that you notice right away. The main thing, or the first thing that I noticed, is the lanyard attachment. So on Victorinox, it is part of the spring system for actuating this can opener tool. Like when it closes, this thing moves. And if you pull back on this suddenly becomes easier to open. It's kind of crazy. It's part of the spring. That's what it is. On this one, it's just a piece of metal. There's wiggly in there. Just a wiggly piece of metal. It's not really a spring. Hi, sir. And depending on how tight you have it, sir, please don't knock my stuff over. That's Daddy's stuff. What are you doing? What is he doing? Daddy's busy. Daddy's busy, honey. Because you can adjust the tightness on this, and it actually affects the pull on any and all of the tools, which is a boon and a curse, I guess. Because if you get them, like, it does come with a cute little wrench. I left it in my drawer. I'm sorry. But if you put it to where it's tap-taut on the lever, some of the tools are like impossible to get out. It's kind of crazy. And some tools remain pretty loose. Luckily, there's 4 screws, so you can adjust all of them. But anyway, so if you have it kind of taut, and you pull out the pen blade, which on this is full serrated, which is actually really cool. That's actually why I got this one. Sometimes if that's too tight and you close it, you might even be able to see it now. It wants to pull that little thing into your main blade. Also, this is kind of gritty. That was kind of disappointing to figure out. And it's very thin compared to the pen blade of Victorinox. And I'm comparing it to a Victorinox because, no duh, that's his main competition. The blade stock is much thinner. I don't know how well that comes across, but trust me, it is. And it's way bendier. So, I don't know. But full serrated is a great advancement, in my opinion. The main blade, sorry, had to wait for Crunchy, is M390 on this. Some of them are in Magna Cut. That's kind of crazy. It's great big. I like that. Similar shape, slightly larger than the Victorinox. So, that's pretty great. the grind is designed to accept the other side. It has this cute little swedge up here. That's real nice. And it came sharp as sin. This is a great knife. I really like that. If you're familiar with me and multi-tools, I don't think that the main blade should be there, because I usually carry a different knife. So like some folks' main draw to this item is kind of my throw-in. So, you know, kind of had that going against it to begin with. But so far, this is an amazing knife. I actually really, really like it. And it's comfy, even though it is thicker. It's still nice and comfy. M390 holds an edge like no other. It's great. Moving right along, we have the scissors. Now, if you noticed, first thing I noticed is we still have all of this real estate. Look at all this real estate that you could have made the scissors longer. And the second thing, the spring actuation only opens the scissors like 3/4 of the way instead of the full way. Now, the Victorinox ones, again, pretty good use of space. And the spring kicks it almost all the way open. Like it's way bigger, and they're looser, so you can flick. They go right open. These ones, the spring's not as good. Victorinox scissors are larger. Blades are longer. And you know, I don't want to bully a newcomer to the game, but I'm gonna. When you bring them together, they're slightly off kilter. Like the handle stock to this handle stock, they're off kilter. I don't know how well that comes across on camera, but they're kind of off kilter. And there's certain finishing issues in certain places on some of the tools that is just, especially the tangs. People, I mean, you know, the tangs are the tangs. You don't expect to check those out, but you know, you notice that stuff, right? And sometimes they don't. It doesn't close all the way, so you kind of can't just drop it sometimes. I don't know. And it may just need to break in. I don't know. But you know what? A Victorinox doesn't need to break in, is kind of what I'm getting at. Next up, and the reason that I got this one over one with the fork, they have one with the fork, which I think is really, really cool, is this pole saw. We'll just get this one ready. So this is a pole saw. The teeth are designed to be pulled, so it's not a push saw. So it's a lot like a silky. Mine came with the teeth pre-rusted for me, so that's real nice. I haven't had the opportunity to go out and see how this is in action. I would imagine it works just fine. I'm not going to talk about the ability of the saw, just my disappointment in that it came pre-rusted for me. But I will compare it in size, teeth size, to the Victorinox. So, first glance, the saw is bigger. But if you check out where the teeth are, the Victorinox saw is slightly longer. Now this is a double action saw, which some people may be worried about because it is just a slip joint, bloody blue. That's fine. Both are 90-degree spines, which is great. And the teeth feel very aggressive, very, very aggressive. I'm actually very excited to try this saw. Then we have the opener layer. We'll just break these out. Now, so right away, they flipped, right? Here's the can opener on the Victorinox. Here's the can opener on the MKM. And I guess that is to be used this way. I don't know, better leverage, something, who knows? Not me. something that is kind of annoying. So if you're used to more modern Victorinoxes, you know that this is a stouter spring because people wanted to be able to use this flathead for stuff. This is a crazy stouter spring, and the nail nick is not straight. It's actually edged down, so it's actually very tough to pull out. It doesn't have a halfway stop, but it does scream out into the full stop position, which is kind of nice. Both bottle openers on these kind of stink because they're so thin. That's not a problem or anything that I'm going to talk about. It's just how thin they are. They don't work that well. Thinner tip, that's fine. Whatever. It won't fit inside the finger driver that I have, you know, if you watch my videos. But I'm sure it works just fine. We do have the older style can opener instead of this cute combo tool that can be used as a Phillips head as well. So I haven't used this one yet. You know, I don't really like to open cans. Well, most of my cans are pop tops anyway. So I don't really like to use these. I like to use the screw ones, you know, because it's easier. But we'll try it out, definitely. Next time I need to open a can and we don't have a pop top. And we'll see how that goes. It looks pretty aggressive. It looks like it would work very, very well. So no problems there. So the keychain, Victorinox has a ring. This one just had a hole. I was actually very worried that I wouldn't be able to get paracord through there. By chance I did, because these are cut at an angle and kind of pointed, so I was able to slide through. And that was great. So let's talk back tools. Does have a corkscrew, which I do enjoy. Victorinox kind of gets scrunchy down here. This one does not. I honestly haven't used either of them to open wine yet, so who knows what works and what doesn't. They both bend backwards a little bit, which is kind of fun. The Victorinox does have the pinhole. The MKM does not. I do believe so. These are aluminum liners, the spacers. I think these are steel by how they wear and how they feel. We do have these gorgeous springs, and on this Campo we have a Phillips head driver instead of anything else, which that's fine. I haven't really used it yet because T-handle Phillips usually aren't my thing. I would expect on a camp tool to have something like the awl, which is actually very nice. And the Victorinox also has the hook and the tweezers and toothpick. Okay, yeah, we all know that. Okay, so back to this thing. We don't have the scale tools. Some of the things feel like they need to be worked in. There's a lack of use of space. Look at all this unused space. Look at it. It's like thicker than it needs to be. Some of the spring tensions don't fit. They're not uniform. Some of the tangs are goofy. Let's see if you can see all that. It's unfinished. It's unfinished on the tangs, which isn't a huge deal. But you know, the people that it's shooting for have perfect tangs, perfect polished tangs. So you know, if you're gonna come for the king, maybe try. I don't know. I actually really like this. I know I'm ripping on it right now, but I do very much like it. And I mean, you can't beat that scales. You just can't. Those are gorgeous, just gorgeous. Got the red, white, and blue on there. Yeah, I do really like this. It's got presence in your hand. This does too, but you know, this one has slightly more presence. It is a very nice tool. just 150 bucks. I don't know, man. I don't know, because this is 50. And this is just the handyman. Has the addition of pliers. Okay. It's much thicker than both of them. You know, this is the Huntsman Plus. It's kind of the deal. But anyway, we're talking about this MKM Campo 8, exclusive of Knife Center. I actually do like it quite a bit. There's some kinks that I feel MKM could work out, and maybe they just need to be broken in. I don't know. Again, I've only had this like 10 days, so you know, really excited to try out the saw, and yeah. But anyway, just showing off my birthday present to myself and talking smack on it. But you know, this is a known quantity. This is kind of new. It's fun to try, you know. Anyway, if you have an MKM Campo or what's the other one? Not Macro. Whatever. They have a different model that's also Swiss Army knife based, you know, multi-tool. Let me know what you think about it. And if maybe I just got a lemon and yours worked perfectly out of the box, you have none of these issues, let me know, because I would love to know. And yeah, now that I've rambled way too long, I'll let you guys go. Hope you guys are having a great one, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.